Will Smith on a 10-year contract extension to keep the catcher with the organization for the foreseeable future.
And look this up real quick. I need to know how old Will Smith is, please. Am I guessing he's 25 or 6?
He's
That's
pretty
my
young,
guess.
yeah.
He's 28, so he'll be 38.
He's
28.
That's insane.
I typed Will Smith age, 55 years came, and it was Will Smith.
By the way, big Will Smith day. You're not the only person
and I almost
Googling Will
blurted
Smith
out
today.
to you. I just said 55.
He's 28.
Yeah.
10 years. That's a terrible deal.
That doesn't add up.
Dodger fans, I have a hard time with it too, but stick with me here and listen to what I'm saying. What the Dodgers do during the regular season works. It works. I know, oh, win the World Series. I know, and it's frustrating. I get it. But you have to be in the tournament to win the tournament. And they've found a formula that guarantees them, or as close to guarantees them, a spot in the tournament. What they do with guys like Will Smith, we've seen it before, right? The second you get really good and you're about to be paid, I got a guy that's nearly as good, way cheaper. We're going to flip Will Smith for whatever it is they might need in this. And then they bring the guy up from the bottom.
And then Will Smith goes and gets paid somewhere else.
And then by the time he's 35, he's a shadow of what he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying him a premium amount to play a position that is very hard to fill. And what this means to me is that the Dodgers don't have a ton of great feels on Cartaya and rushing. That they're going to lock up Smith for this long means that they don't think that either one of those guys are ready to go do that. Now, could things change? Of course they can. But this is long-term deal at a position that doesn't age super great. What makes him him is that he's a super high-performing offensive catcher, okay? The more you catch, the more that offensive production starts to drop.
The wear and tear.
All of it. And the mental wear and tear. That they are the only other person on the field that's plugged into a degree that they are, other than the pitcher, on every single pitch. This deal stinks if that's what it is.
So here's some additional information. This is from Jeff Passan. He says, this is Jeff Passan saying, quote, on Twitter, breaking, catcher Will Smith and the Los Angeles Dodgers are finalizing a 10-year, $140 million contract extension, sources tell ESPN.
Wow.
So it's $14 million a year.
Yes.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot.
Yes.
It's not a lot. And we'll see if there's any
That
outs.
makes it a little better that it's not a super high number.
We'll see if there's any outs or anything like that. By the way, 10 years?
For a catcher.
Jeez.
If this guy were a corner infielder, right? If Max Muncy were 28 years old and you wanted to do it, or Freddie Freeman were 28 years
baseman,
sure, you can stand over there forever and it's not going to kill you. Catching? It's the hardest position on the field.